Hey guys, welcome back to Dreamin' Dragons. Christmas has just passed us. We're about 2 weeks off the halfway mark of summer, and our first round of flowers and fruit are just about ripe for the picking. And I thought this would be a great time to sort of show where we're at, where we're going, and how we plan on tackling the rest of the season. So let's do a little bit of a walk around, see how things are going. Starting off, first of all, the last few days have been mid to high 30s. Everything's a little bit yellow, as you can see. A bit of yellow through here and a bit of yellow up there. But it doesn't seem to have affected the fruit too much, which is great. So anyway, let's start off over here. Here's our Connie Meer, our Bruni, and our Cathy Van Orum. Plenty of fruit, plenty of sunburn. Quite a few aborted buds, aborted flowers too. I've not stored pollen, and flowers just haven't synced up well this year, so I've lost quite a few, and I'm going to add a clip in about now of a bit of the damage we had from earlier on the season. But we've got some decent sized fruit here. Some are a bit on the smaller side, some are a little larger, but they're probably some of my favorites, so I'm looking forward to these ones. They're probably about, I don't know, another week or two away. But they are getting a little bit looser on the vine, which is good. So that's our first one. But yeah, quite a few aborted just from, lack of pollen. One of the downsides of the self-sterile varieties. This one was a late bloomer this year. This one's got our physical graffiti, our Haley's Comet on one side. As you can see, they're just starting to throw them out now, which is awesome. They got quite large, spectacular flowers and both tasty fruit, which is good. Not only have they got these ones sort of opening up now, our next wave starting to come through too. So that's pretty good. Just over a month's time, we should be tasting these ones again, which is great. And then probably, 2.5 months time, we'll be going these ones, which is great. Still got a few more pink flowers popping up here and there too, which is good. Very nice, very nice. Edgar's baby over here. The heat affected this one quite a bit, quite a few aborting buds. We pruned back our lemonade tree. Terribly timing. We pruned it back just as the thermometer hit 40, so this one got pretty roasted, but we've got quite a few buds still that have held on, which is great. That was probably one of my favorites from last year. Looking forward to try it out again. But yeah, it's a shame we lost those three. Would not have minded as many of these ones as possible, and that's our classic one pot wonder. Just a bucket on the wall, plenty of flowers. Got a few pink panthers weaving their way through the middle here too, which is great. Over here's our other pink panther one pot wonder. Plenty of fruit on this one, which is great. Again, just another cutting in a bucket. We did have more, but they got hit by the lawnmower. There was a few over here, and the lawnmower knocked them off while they were still sort of at the flower stage, which was a little disappointing, but we've still got 7 or 8 in a bucket, which is not too shabby. Over the other side, as you can see, a little bit on the yellow side from the heat. Plenty more flowers to come. Now we're in Fruit Alley. We've got pink panthers, we've got pink panthers, we've got pink panthers everywhere, which is great. Probably one of my favorites as well. At least in my top 3, I would say. They're only quite small fruit, as you can see. Pretty small, but definitely a flavor hit, which is great. And all our branches, they hold plenty of fruit too. Heaps. Got a few more one pot wonders. We've got a couple of blacks down there. I don't know how well that's going to show, but there's 1 or 2 down there. Quite small, but not a terrible tasting fruit. A little on the overrated side, but something kind of cool for the collection. The branches are pretty funky, if nothing else as well. Here's our one pot wonder, Connie Meer. This is the one that fell off the wall the other week, but it's doing all right. We've got some pretty decent sized fruit. There's a few there. There's another one down there. That one's quite large. And the next wave of a couple of fruit that have set over there too. And another bunch of flowers that are edging closer to blooming. Connie Meer is great, and again, this one's about 3 years old, 3.5 years old maybe I would say, and it's given us, after this season, probably close to 150 fruit, which is spectacular for a cutting in a bucket, on a wall. But yeah, definitely stake it down, better than what I have. That doesn't really cut it. But, you know, we live and learn. Here's our sugar dragon. I've jammed everything pretty closely together because we were hosting Christmas the other day, and the deck supposedly is for hosting people, not for hosting dragon fruit. So yeah, everything just had to get shuffled together. So there's spider webs galore, but I'll pop around. But while we're here, we've got all the sugar dragons that are ripening. That one's just about ready to go. Plenty more over there. And next lot of buds are coming along as well. Sugar dragon's another classic. Early season buds, plenty of them, easy peasy. And it's pretty durable, as you can see by this one. Not much heat damage, pretty tough. I ripped out our Isis Gold, but I've added it back in. I missed the yellow fruit this year, so I've added it back in, so it's slowly catching up. I won't get any fruit from it this year, but it'll be back next year, firing away. While I'm here, before we dart through the middle, we've got a couple of American Beauties. It's definitely heat affected, this one. I didn't protect them very well, and yeah, as you can see, a little bit crispy, a little bit toasty, but we've still got our fruit, which is great. Over here is a hybrid I'm particularly excited for. It's a Sugar Dragon hybrid, and as you can see, massive branches, big thick branches. This one has 3 varieties on it, so I've grafted 3 seeds. So we've got one at the back, one down here. So 1, 2, 3. They're all pretty big fat branches, which is awesome. Big fat branch. And this one looks quite thin, but then down the bottom it's nice and funky. This pot over here, this one has Connie G and another variety. Keeps getting tipped. It got attacked by slugs here. It got attacked by something else over here. And this one, I don't know. I've just got a suspicion that it's going to get tipped again. It's not looking great. And over here, other side of the pole, Tip City, something got it too. It was so close to the trellis top. Anyway, bear with me, crawling down and around. Here's a few more of those sugar dragons, a few more flowers coming through, which is awesome. Plenty of fruit. They're only small, but it's a scoopful. They're flavoursome. Can't go wrong. Plenty of them. Good for pollinating the self-sterile varieties as well. Very nice, very nice. We've got some Trishas just here. A few Trishas. They're not the best. I'm probably going to get rid of it at the season's end. I'm giving it one more chance. It didn't set the world on fire last year. So we're going to try it again. But yeah, if it lets me down again this year, it's too lethal. It's just way too lethal to have in the yard if the fruit's not very good. Like, you just bump one of those and you've got a battle wound torn into your arm. So yeah, last chance. See how it goes. We've got our Jingdu here. It's doing quite well. I think it's probably going to give us a late season fruit. I think maybe towards mid-February this one should be up and going, which is cool. Because I loved Edgar's Baby, I added another one. So nice, had to have it twice. It's just about topping the trellis top, which is cool. Our soon to 5. I'm not that keen on that. I'm steering away from the Asuntas. There's just too many. Give it a try. But yeah, we'll see how we go with that. We've got our Shayna just in here. We won't get a fruit from that this year, but we grew a second one out for another cutting, and that one's nearly at trellis top. We won't get one this year, but probably next season it'll be up and over easily, which is nice. Over here we've got a couple of big early season physical graffitis, which is cool. And yeah, there's all our pink panthers. Nice, nice. We've got another black over here. This one got roasted the other day, which was a little disappointing. We had a few more black buds on there, but we've lost all of those. So just one to live to fight another day. Again, not very big. See how we go. Here's one I've been keeping a little bit of a secret. It's a multi-seed graft hybrid, low height trellis, only probably 3 foot, maybe just under 1 meter high. But yeah, what we've done, we've grafted half a dozen seedlings. I'd probably say there's about 9 in here. Some have 1, some have 2. And we finally have some buds, which is very exciting on this particular one. So this is number 2. It's our most vigorous growing one. A little bit heat affected, which is disappointing, but plenty of buds. So we'll wait and see how that goes. We had 1 bud last year, but I didn't have any other pollen at the time, so I discovered it wasn't self-fertile, which was very disappointing. But as you saw earlier, plenty of other buds over there that should sync up perfectly with it. So we've got about 5 or 6 attempts to finally test out what this one's all about, which is great. Our Red Majesty fattening up quite a bit. We're probably a few weeks away from its first buds, but again, excited to try that one out. I believe that's quite a large self-fertile red, which is awesome. With all our aborted flowers from earlier on, I am hoping to steer towards more self-fertiles. Just don't need all the work of collecting, storing pollen, all that kind of stuff. Self-fertile's probably where I'm going, at least trying to hybridize to make some of my own self-fertile ones, at least if nothing else. We've got some grafts here, but that's for another day. We've still got our worth. I don't really care for it. It's pretty cool. It's a funky looking plant, but the fruit aren't spectacular. It looks cool. It's pretty much plastered center of the yard. It's a bit of a showstopper, but do I really need to waste the space on a cool looking plant when you can chuck like a pink panther or something like that in there and get 30 to 40 fruit each season? Decision for later on. So there's a Jingdu as well. As you can see, branch is getting pretty fat. Hopefully get a fruit from that, another big self-fertile red. Over here, we've got Red Jaina. There's a few buds on that one. Then we've got our Pelloras. I've made the decision I'm going to be binning my Pellora, just not productive enough. So if you are on the Central Coast, near Gosford, and you are wanting a Pellora, drop me a message. This could be yours. Yeah, we've got 2 in this pot. Going to get rid of them, replace them with a few others I've got that I'll be sort of showing over the next couple of weeks. A little bit heat affected as well. I haven't been protecting it much because I have been sort of eyeing off getting rid of it. So if you want a Pellora, let us know. I'll probably keep Red Jaina at least till I try a few of the fruit. We do still have a few Pellora fruit, but I don't know. Quite sweet, quite fresh, but you only get a third of as many fruit as some of the other ones over there. And they take 6 months, so I don't know. Bit of a waste to me. And here we go. Here's our mess over here. We've got a Townsend Pink. We've got a White Sapphire. It's untrained. It's pretty erratic, but the buds have begun popping out everywhere. I think they're mostly on the other side, which is a bit annoying. Let me jump on over there. Here we go. Here's our White Sapphire. Alive and well. Alive and well. Both of those quite refreshing pink self-fertile fruit. Excellent. We've whacked another American Beauty in here too. Not quite at Trellis top yet, but hopefully by next year that'll be up and over. So we'll have 2 American Beauties firing, which is great. But that's kind of where we're at for the time being. We've got a few that we're going to get rid of. Pellora's probably on the way to the bin. We've got a few that are undecided. So our soon to 5 Red Jaina. Not too sure about those. Trisha. We've got a few more waiting inside that I've got ready, sort of rooted up, ready to go. So if they let us down, they're going to be quick and easily replaced. Other than that, most things are pretty happy and healthy, all things considered with the hot weather. As you can see, still plenty of flowers, plenty more buds, plenty of fruit to come. Stick around over the rest of summer and autumn, join the party, click that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you again soon. See you guys.